What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Avengers Doomsday. So, Avengers Doomsday has wrapped principal photography 14 months before the movie comes out, December the 18th, 2026. What does this mean? It means they've got 14 months to actually do real VFX and CGI post-production and actually have the special effects and the VFX look really good. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the VFX and CGI would have already been worked on whilst they were shooting. So, lots to go over in today's video. But just because principal photography has wrapped, this is not the end to filming, but it's the end to the biggest part of filming. And also, there is some more information, rumors, leaks, and news to go over, which is actually kind of interesting. So, yo, what is freaking good, YouTube? Voice here. If you are new around, make subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, Kaiju, Monsterverse, pop culture-based content that I try to deliver. Also, if you could, check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. And check us out on TikTok, Warstu. Right. Let's get into it. So, courtesy of a trade, not that we need a trade to tell us this because they told us they'll be shooting for 5 to 6 months, but courtesy of the Hollywood Reporter, Avengers Doomsday wrapped principal photography in the UK today, but true to Marvel's method, Kevin Feige and the Russo bros will be tinkering as they prepare for a healthy dose of additional photography down the road. What does this mean? It means that Marvel, DC, pretty much every movie that comes out, at least live action movies, have insane amounts of reshoots. So it's interesting. So what's going to happen now is the Russo brothers, alongside the VFX studios working it, will make some kind of assembled cut of this movie. And then this assembled cut will be screened internally with Disney employees, with families of people working it, to see, yo, what is good, YouTube, to see what are people like Disney execs, to see, yo, what is good? Is this a good movie? Do we like it? What can we change? What can we add differently? So, as we know, right, and people will market this, I may even put it title, secret cameos. It's not really secret cameos. It's just people that haven't been confirmed officially to be in this movie. The likes of Deadpool, the likes of Warstu, the likes of Elizabeth Olsen. It's not a mystery that Elizabeth Olsen is literally the main star of Marvel Zombies that is coming out this week, being the week starting the 22nd. Looks insane. She's back. There's going to be a lot of people in this movie, right? I wouldn't really say they're secret actors, secret cameos, right? So that stuff will be added in reshoots. Marvel always does reshoots. We know this because certain actors couldn't come because they're working on different projects. So, yeah, giving Marvel 15 months in post is a very good thing. Now, I know what you're thinking, this is a long time. This is not a long time. Godzilla x Kong 3 has 2 years. They finished wrapping a couple of months ago. That movie comes out March 2027. I get it. It's a Monsterverse movie. The monsters are literally pure CGI, but still, a year is long enough. So, Marvel usually has an insane backlash when it comes to VFX. And it's never normally the VFX studio's problem and reason why it appears they're not good at their job. It's because, take Antman 3, for instance. Literally, they reshot the end of the movie 1 month to go, right? And they're like, yo, you need to change that. We need to make this VFX looks as good as we can in a month. When realistically, you need 3 to 6 months at least. This is not anime where they take literal years and you have masterpiece like Demon Slayer and Infinity Castle coming out that took literal years to make. They can't do that. But as long as Marvel doesn't change things last minute like they always do. So we know post-credit scenes are usually done post-production, post-principal photography. They're usually done closer to when the movie is released. But in this instance, it makes no sense. A lot of this stuff makes no sense because we had so-called industry insiders like Daniel RPK saying, yo, Marvel doesn't know what the end of the movie is. But it's almost like, how do they not know how this movie ends? If this movie ends with setting up secret wars. So I know I get a bit of stick for going at these so-called made-up scoopers that make up stuff, but it's like, this is a two-part story. We know we're going to have to get to a story in Doomsday where they set up a new universe, Battle World, and everyone has to confine inside a Battle World. So it's like, Marvel doesn't know how the movie's ending, but they also will start shooting Secret Wars at some point in 2026, most likely, because Secret Wars comes out in 2027. So they're going to have to start shooting Secret Wars in 2026. So if you're one of these naive people who believe they never knew how the movie ended, then you're absolutely deluded. Sorry. It is what it is. So, yes, the post-credit scenes are shot usually close to the movie coming out. Not because they don't know what the post-credit scene is. It's just how Marvel does things. Now, like I said in the prologue, you're going to hear secret cameos because Alex Perez, who talks more like a theorist lately, said this, they filmed secret cameos. They filmed secret cameos. And secret cameos, they're not really secret. If someone like you's pretending they know what's going on, they're not really secret. So there is a lot of people in this movie who people kind of seem to think they know who they are. Like Moon Knight appears in this movie. A bunch of B-listers that people don't care for. We haven't seen Moon Knight since his TV show, which was actually pretty good. And I don't articulate information like someone that's reading from a script like a robot. So Simu Liu recently posted a picture, which looks like the X Mansion, maybe. I don't know. That's really a massive reach. Why? Because it's got wooden coloring around it. Could be literally anywhere. Looks like they were filming something in whatever room it is. So most of the information going around, secret cameos. Right. They've not really announced many people in this movie because now you have reports like Ghost Rider is set to appear via My Time to Shine. And it's like, you can literally say anyone is supposed to appear, then they were cut, then they were cut, then they were cut. It's like Captain Marvel is going to have a prominent role in this movie, but at the same time, no one said anything about that. And like I keep saying, it's interesting how they've been shooting since April, but no one's actually got any real evidence of these so-called Deadpool being on set, so on and so forth. And yes, maybe a lot of these cameos and, you know, secret roles will be shot during reshoots, but they're not part of the main narrative. So principal photography is the main story. So 60-70% of the movie is basically locked. They will just add things here or there, which isn't the case. It's only a 2.5 hour movie. They shot for 5 months, maybe a little bit longer. So most of the movie will be done. But the likes of all this newer information coming out now, the same day, or if not a few days after, a few days before, now they've finished principal photography. And it's happened for every single movie I've covered Marvel DC wides for years. It's like they're reading a script they've made up themselves. For example, Ana de Armas gets linked with every single role ever. Now, Ana de Armas joins the cast of Avengers Doomsday in a non-disclosed role. She was reportedly previously rumored to be Doctor Doom's mother, Cynthia Von Doom. You see what I mean here? Doctor Doom's backstory, it's his movie. This is an original Doctor Doom movie. So, like I say, I know that half the scoopers have me blocked on Twitter. Cool story, bro, because that doesn't really mean much. I don't follow people anyway. You can, if someone blocks you, you can actually still see what said person is saying or said scooper. Now, I know you're going to say, why do you cover these scoopers if you don't believe them? Well, because they could be true. If you guess enough times, eventually you'll get a right answer. So, also in the news, the theorist, Alex Perez, posted an article on Cosmic Circus, who have ironically blocked me on Twitter as well, but I get sent a lot of stuff. So they're talking about Avengers Doomsday, Avengers Secret Wars, post-Secret Wars, stuff they don't even know realistically. I'll give you an example here. So, with the lore of 2 types of builders being explored in Secret Wars, or would it be too cheesy for live-action adaptation? I don't think they'd do that. Okay, you don't think they'd do that. If you are a scooper and you're being told information, what do you think is irrelevant? It's too easy to be an insider. Look at these guys. Maybe it's possible. And Alex Perez has been right a lot of times. But when scoopers start saying stuff like, I don't think, it's like, you're told stuff. I heard this. Unless you're like, got the balls to say in front of y'alls and get on mic and spit it, and just say what you've been told and put your face out there, It's just non-salon nonsense. Hi, will the Fox X-Men only stay for Doomsday, or will they also appear in Secret Wars? Some will return. Secret Wars. Captain Frickin' Obvious. A lot of this information is obvious. Hi, do you think we'll revisit characters from Earth 838 since their Illuminati were teased recently? Yes. Oh my god, what a real big affirmation there. Are the characters whose arc might conclude or who could meet their end in Doomsday or Secret Wars the multiversal arc in general? I mean, at this point, it's almost like these scoopers don't know anything. It's very interesting to me. You got to understand, you know, British people have something called sarcasm and humor. Don't take what I'm saying at face value. I'm just reading what people were saying in this so-called massive scoop. Captain Marvel! Will Captain Marvel have a major role in upcoming Avengers films? Yes, to my understanding. Of course she is, because she's the only one that knows about Monica Rambeau being stuck in an X-Men universe. So yes, she is going to have a pinnacle role in Doomsday, trying to find wherever Monica Rambeau actually is. So yes, anybody could confirm this. So we know photography has finished, right? Now we get nonsense like this. Kelsey Grammer has officially wrapped filming as Beast for Avengers Doomsday. The whole movie's officially wrapped principal photography. What is this? What is this? I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Also, in the news, the merchandise that they give to people working on the movie does look pretty cool. Very interesting. And it could hint at Moon Knight, potentially. I really want to get a hold of that Doom hat that says Marvel Studios, cast and crew. Maybe my friend will give me his. I don't think he will, though, but potentially that could be the case. So also in the news, Kate Bishop will reportedly be the leader of the Young Avengers. This comes courtesy of Alex Perez's article. But it makes zero sense when Kamala Khan is the one recruiting them. Zero sense at all. Make it make sense, lads. So we'll go over the article exactly where it says this. Right, okay. Alex Perez, Kate Bishop is going to be the one of the main heavy hitters of the next saga as the leader of the Young Avengers. Now, there was a question above that says, is it still expected that Kate and Kamala will have some sort of role in both the Avengers movies? He says, I'd say equal amounts. This is what I mean. If you're an insider, stop giving your opinion. Say, I'd say. You're told stuff. Just say what you're told. Stop the yappage. They're co-leaders of the team. Interesting. Co-leaders. I'd say the opposite. Cassie is the third person. Kamala and Kate recruit. Interesting. This is after a question where the question is basically nonsense. So, it's a good time to be a Marvel fan. Sadly, there wasn't really any context or subcontext or substance to this article, which is a shame because I know I do a bit of trolling, but I actually do really like going over what Alex Perez says. But there is some other stuff here about the Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four split up in Doomsday, not as the team disbanding, but with half of the team work in one group, with the other half is with another. Alex Perez, not until the end. Could we see Galactus guarding Doom's castle in Secret Wars? No clue. It's almost to me like this is a fan just answering fan theories. Will the Council of Reed show up in the MCU? There's a possibility of this happening. Interesting. So he's not saying the Fantastic Four split. What he's saying is half the team goes somewhere else, whilst the other team stays where else. But this is probably going to come from some comic book arc where another team gets sucked somewhere else and the other team tries to save him, but can't. He's not saying the Fantastic Four split. I personally hope they get recasted after Secret Wars, but who knows? I don't think Marvel's got the balls to do a full reboot like they should. So like always, guys, I will try and keep you up to date with all the latest and greatest Marvel, DC, Kaiju, Monsterverse stuff. Check us out on TikTok, and I will catch ya in another video very soon, guys. Catch ya later.